Third and fourth graders, welcome back. I hope Monday went really well. I miss you all. I hope you're doing okay at home and you're kind of getting through all of this. So today we're going to continue equal sharing from Monday, and we're going to be talking about sports still. So the title is Let's Talk About Sports Soccer Edition. So if some of you play soccer, you may enjoy and hopefully you enjoy this lesson. Okay, so we're still doing the same strategy, RDW. Hopefully it's ingrained in your head by now. It's really such a helpful strategy when you're working with story problems. And so that's why I've continued to go over them. And so I'm not going to go in too much in depth because you should know by now, but we all know that read is reading the problem, circling important information and words, and thinking to yourself, what am I trying to figure out? Drawing is drawing a picture or model, and then we know writing is writing the equation in your answer, okay? So we're going to be going through that step by step, and hopefully you can follow along now if you want to grab a pencil and paper and kind of be writing as we go through, okay? All right, so we're going to read this problem. Obviously, it's about soccer, so we're going to be circling important information and words, and then trying to find out, think to yourself, what are you figuring out? Okay, so as I read, be thinking to yourself, and I'm going to give you a moment to figure that out before I say it, okay? So the Eagles soccer team scored 12 goals at the game. Sarah, Samantha, and Allie each scored an equal amount of goals. How many goals did they each score? Okay, so think to yourself, what's important? What do I need to circle? What do I need to know? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and circle what I think is important. So I see 12 goals. That's pretty important because it's telling me what I'm starting out with, and it's a number in the word problem. So it's probably important. So I'm going to go ahead and circle that 12 goals, okay? So usually I see a second number, but I don't see any other numbers in this word problem. So Sierra, Samantha, and Allie each scored an equal amount of goals. So I see 3 people scored an equal amount of goals. I know that equal sharing is like division. And so when I see the word equal, I know that's really important. So I'm going to go ahead and put a square around that. And it tells me 3 people that scored equal amounts of goals. So it looks like I'm trying to divide that 12 goals into 3 people. So I'm going to circle those 3 girls' names. And I'm going to put a 3 next to them just so I remember, okay? And then how many goals did they each score? That's my question. That's what I'm trying to figure out. So I'm going to go ahead and underline that, okay? All right, it looks good, and hopefully you had something very similar in your head on what you thought was important, okay? So now we're going to draw a picture or model, and I already went ahead and put goals here to represent the 12 goals. So I have 12 right there. So we're going to draw circles to represent each girl, and we have 3 girls. So 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to go ahead and write their names underneath the circles just so I can be clear on who's each getting a goal. So we had Sarah, we had Samantha, and we're going to just say Sam for Samantha. And we had Allie. Okay. So now the word that's super important that we put a square around is equal. To make sure that they're getting an equal amount, we're going to each give them 1 goal until we count up to 12, okay? So that's just to make sure they have the same amount of goals and we're not giving one person more than what they should have, okay, in the beginning. So let's go ahead and start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so we counted up to 12, and we know now that they each received 4 goals, or they each got 4 goals, okay? So we're going to go ahead now and write our equation. So what did we start off with? We know, if we go back to the word problem, we circled that 12 goals. That's what we started off with. In this picture, we had 12 goals right here, okay? So we're going to write the number 12 to show that's what we started off with. And then we divided into equal parts those 12. So we're going to put a division sign. And how many did we divide that 12 up into? Well, if we go back to our word problem, we circle those 3 girls and we have the 3. And our picture showed that we divided it up into 3 circles, or the 3 girls. So we're going to say divided by 3 equals. And so now how many goals did they each score? They each scored 4 goals. So the answer is 4. Okay? They each received 4 goals. So now we're going to go ahead and write it in a sentence. So you can say Sarah, Samantha, and Allie, which is the 3 girls, each scored 4 goals. Okay? So you notice that when I wrote the sentence, I was very specific on Sarah, Samantha, and Allie, which was the 3, and that they each received 4 goals. Okay, so make sure you're labeling when you're writing your answer. So now you're going to go to Canvas and you're going to complete the 2 exit tickets that are very similar to today's. And if you have any questions, let me know. And I hope you have a great day. And I will see you on Friday.